Okay, so this is the beginning of the video. This video is gonna be different from my other vlogs. It's gonna be a recap of China. And maybe some small part because last week we did a recap of China too. And I actually filmed this inside because outside it's really dark. It's the evening. It's dark. But that's this video. That's what the video is gonna be about. It's gonna be a recap of China, what I learned in China, how I experienced China, and I'm gonna share it with you guys. So stay tuned for that and enjoy it. It's gonna be a ride. So for me, China was, in the beginning at least, it was a really weird experience. And it was even kind of hard. Because for me, I never lived my own or did something like that prior to coming to China. So when I went to China, when we arrived here, it was actually the first time for me living on my own and like, getting food every day, paying the bills, doing everything, and like sustaining yourself. And I learned a lot from it. And of course, doing it in China and living in China is completely different from living in the Netherlands. But I learned a lot of good lessons from it and know how to live on my own now. At least, kinda. I didn't die. I mean. I got a lot of help from my friends here, and even from Chinese people. They helped me a lot too. But I think I can say that I could live on my own if I'm forced to now. And I like the freedom that we had in China here, and in this internship, and even living on my own here in China. And but I'm completely going out of my point now. My point is, in the beginning it was a really weird experience. But then after that, when the first like culture shock, I guess, and the weirdness passed, we actually got to know the Chinese people and the Chinese students and the people that we worked together with. And that was just straight up, that's the most beautiful and best part of China for me. Was just getting to know the Chinese people and seeing how open they were. Because if you're in the Netherlands, one thing that many people say about like Chinese people is like, yeah, they're really closed off, and these people, they're still a little bit, they're a little bit of the old traditions, and they're tied to that. So take a thing with a grain of salt and be on your toes when you're in China. You need to survive. Just, think about yourself and keep it to yourself. Then when you actually come here, people here, they're just really open and they're so helpful. It's beautiful. They're so helpful. Like, for instance, when I had some problems with not being able to get money from my bank, so another bank's not working, or we need to get food, and we can't like communicate with the guy who brings us the food because you order food here every day. The Chinese people also want to help, and they like order the food for you. They take us to places, and they're just really open, and they want to connect, and we want to connect as well. It just works. That's one of the most beautiful things I learned and experienced in China. Just getting to know the Chinese people and the Chinese students. So that was actually, that's most of the mid part of my China adventure. And now at the end, we are at the end now. And we had a closing ceremony yesterday, and that felt kind of And that's weird because it's a short amount of time, right? It's like 4 or 5 months. That felt really nostalgic. What was weird because like I said, it's a short amount of time, but we bonded a lot with the Chinese people. At least I bonded a lot with the Chinese people, and that was well, we had a closing ceremony, and everybody got some awards and talked about the projects and what we did and the cultural activities, and we saw some people for the last time. Obviously, we're gonna go to travel with some of our Chinese friends in the last 2 weeks. But we saw some people for the last time. Maybe not for the last time, because I mean, if they go to Netherlands or we maybe do some work-related stuff together in the future, we'll obviously see them. But it was like a goodbye, and that felt really nostalgic, and it was a sad moment. But it was actually good. It's a sad moment because that means that we bonded. That means that the time in China, we actually formed some bonds and we actually made some real friends. And that's my China experience in like a short summary of it's a short summary of my China experience. This is the ending of the video. I hope you liked it. To close it off, I wanted to thank Frank Bloemendaal. He was the product owner in the project that we did this semester for my internship. They're releasing the game that I worked on a little bit too, the shop. The game it's a shooter, it's a VR shooter. They're releasing it this Thursday. So if you have HD Vive and Steam and you like good games, because it's actually a good game, I liked it a lot. And I'm not getting paid to say it because it's just an awesome game. I really liked it. Then hop on to Steam this Thursday and get the game. It's awesome, it's cool, it's good, and play it, have fun. So that's the end of this video. See you guys probably in Inner Mongolia maybe. Oh, but I forgot to say, the name of the game is neurowake. I'll put a link in the description. Till next time, guys.